All right, what is up, everybody? We are back with another edition of Everyday Hoops. Hope you guys are having a good one. Today, we're going to be previewing the Elite Eight. The Elite Eight starts today. 4 games, the last 8 teams left. It has been very good, and I cannot wait for these last couple games here. We're going to preview it here in today's video. Thank you guys for the views on the videos and the shorts recently. I really appreciate it. If you do like the content around here, consider subscribing, liking, turn notifications, do also like that. I'd really appreciate it. Really upset a lot. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers, getting closer and closer as the days go on. So all support around the channel be very much appreciated. Link to my Twitter and all that stuff down in the description below. And yeah, don't waste any more of your time. Let's get right into it. So we're gonna go through the schedule of games. First game we have tonight is Florida Texas Tech 1-3 matchup down in the West region. Florida, they defeated Maryland. Texas Tech, they had a crazy comeback to beat Arkansas in overtime in an amazing game. For this one, I mean, I think this could be a very solid game. I mean, I think all these games left are going to be pretty good games. Hopefully, at least. Hopefully, we get the best basketball that we can. Florida, obviously, they're really tough. I mean, they had that little scare, I guess, against UConn, but they fought back and won that game. Took care of Maryland the other day. And they just showed that this roster is deep. This roster is really well constructed, really deep roster. They have size, they have spacing, they have rebounding, they have defense. They have it all. They really do. And for Texas Tech, it's going to be tough for them. Obviously, Florida's the 1 seed for a reason. Texas Tech has a good team. Obviously, they have good players. They have the element of the 3-point shot, which they can get hot, and maybe that can stun Florida a little bit. They also have solid size and good defense and all that stuff. But I just think it's going to be really tough for Florida. I mean, it's really, really tough to play Florida. It's going to be really tough to beat Florida, man. For Florida, they're just really going to have to hope they're really just going to have to lock in defensively. I feel like if they can kind of control the rebounding battle and win those extra possessions battle, I think Florida could definitely get this one. For Texas Tech, their 3-point shot has to be falling. They can't have it. I don't think they can afford to have a game like they had against Arkansas where they got off to a slow start. The 3 ball wasn't hitting. Their offense was just kind of not really in a groove, and they found it late. Against this Florida team, I don't think you can be able to do that because Florida has the firepower and all that stuff. If you don't come out the gates firing and all that stuff, it's gonna be very tough for Texas Tech to win this game. I got Florida winning. I feel like it probably will still be a good game and all that stuff, but I don't know. Florida is just another monster right now, man. Really. And Florida, they're just really good. Texas Tech is a good team in itself, but I don't know. Something about Florida. They're just on another level, I feel like right now. Next game tonight, we have Duke, Alabama, the 1-2 seed down in the East region. Duke survived against Arizona, and Alabama beat up BYU in an historic game. They hit, 25 3-pointers, an NCAA tournament record. It was absolutely insane. And this is going to be an amazing game right here. Duke, Alabama. These rosters are amazing. Coaches are amazing. Duke has just been kind of going through this tournament. Cooper Flag had just had his best game. He's going to be a problem. Duke's roster, I've said it before, might maybe have the best roster in this tournament. I mean, they have so many great players all around. I'm very interested to see kind of the athleticism and size battle for these teams, especially down low. Because Duke, you have Cooper Flag, you have Malawach, you have Gongba coming off the bench for Duke, and then Alabama's got Grant Nelson, Cliff Omoruyi, Stevenson. Like both these teams have a lot of long, lanky guys down there in the paint. So it's going to be very interesting to see who can win that paint scoring battle. For Duke, I feel like their offense is really going to have to be, going. They're going to need their guys like Con Kneppel, Tyrese Proctor, Sion James. They're going to need those guys to still be knocking down shots that they have in the first couple games of the tournament and to keep up with the Alabama offense. I also think they're going to have to try to limit the the points in the paint battle. Alabama, for the first couple games, has really, like, one of the things they've been doing well is just been getting lobs, lobs, dunks, easy points in the paint because other teams just aren't as athletic and don't have the size that they have. Duke has it though. But you have a 7'2" big man in the paint and a guy like Cooper Flag that can jump and is a really good defender as well. Like Duke has size and length to match Alabama. So it's gonna be Duke's, if they can shut down that little, easy dunk, easy lobs to Omar and stuff like that. I think that can really help them. And for Alabama, um, all year it's been like they can score a lot. We know Alabama can score. When they run into a team that has a lot, also has scoring and talent, can their defense hold up? Can Alabama play solid enough defensively that can take them over the hump? Because Alabama, they don't need to hold Duke to 50 points or whatever, because that's not going to happen. But they're going to have to get key stops when it comes down to the last. Because I feel like this game is going to come down to the last couple possessions. When it comes down to it, can Alabama get a stop or string together a stop or two, back to back, and rebound to be able to win the game over Duke? That's really what's going to be the deciding factor. I think again, it's going to be a great game. Great offensive teams, great roster, great talent all around. I gotta go with Duke though, man. Duke is just really tough to me, man. I mean, I feel like they've been probably maybe the most dominant and impressive team so far of the tournament. It's just been, their roster is great. I love the way they've been playing right now. I feel like playing their best basketball at the right time. And this gonna take a lot. Kind of like I said about Florida, it's gonna take a lot to take down this Duke team, man. It's gonna be a lot to take down this team. And Alabama, I mean, they can do it. I mean, Alabama's a great team in itself. They probably would be a one seed in any other year as well. But unfortunately, this year it was just the one seeds were stacked because Alabama definitely could do it. But for me, I don't know. Duke is just on another level, personally. Going to tomorrow's games. First game, we have Houston, Tennessee, 1-2 matchup out in the Midwest region. Houston survived against Purdue on that amazing inbound play by Kelvin Sampson that he drew up to Uzan. We got the easy layup, and then Tennessee took care of Kentucky. So yeah, this is a game where if you love defense and you love grit and grind, you love just like low scoring, physicality, defense, all that stuff. This is the game for you. This is going to be a very physical, very tough, very potentially probably a low scoring game. This one, two tough teams that both have defense as their calling card. Like this is gonna be a low scoring, grinded out type of game where the winner of this game is gonna have to be able to get the extra possessions, offensive rebounds, and get time and hit timely shots. Houston's offense has been really great. Last and the game against Purdue kind of had a little bit of a slow start, but eventually they found it. It was on hits what 6 or 7 threes in this game. It was really good. And Tennessee has just been kind of cruising through the tournament. I haven't really had any big scares yet, I don't think. Tennessee's kind of just been rolling through. Sakai Ziegler is playing an amazing level. Chaz Lanier shot making right now is amazing. Yeah, this is gonna be a battle of two great coaching minds, Kelvin Sampson and Rick Barnes. Again, a tough physical defensive battle. For Houston, they're gonna have to really rely on guys like Huzan, LJ Cryer, who didn't have a great game. Cryer and Sharp didn't have the greatest of games against Purdue. They're gonna have to need both those guys to really step it up and knock down their shots. Because if those guys are knocking down their shots, I think Houston has more of an offensive capability than Tennessee has because of the 3-point shooting they have and the guards and the guys that can just get hot and knock down shots for them. So they're gonna need really that. And Tennessee, they're just gonna have to try to shut the water off in terms of the 3-point shooting. If Tennessee can limit those guards and be physical with them and limit those guards to having not so great days and not having them hit 4 or 5 threes in a game, then Tennessee definitely can make this, in terms of a grinded out battle, Tennessee can win those grinded out battles. In terms of what I have winning, I'm hmm, like I don't know, I'm still kind of 50-50. Like I want to go with Houston because I really like Houston's offensive capabilities this year. I've always been a fan of Kelvin Sampson and what he done in this Houston program. It's amazing. They've really built this team up really well. They have the shooting, the spacing, and all that. But something about Tennessee, man. Tennessee has just kind of been cruising through this tournament, and they just feel like they're on another level right now. They haven't faced a team like Houston yet in this tournament, though. So that's obviously a big thing. But I don't know. It just this Tennessee team just feels kind of a little bit different than it has been the past couple years. But I can also say the same thing about Houston. So this is a very, very great matchup that we're gonna get. And I'm gonna go Houston. I'm gonna go Houston. This one, I'm gonna go Houston. Um, I just I don't know. I just like the space and the shooting that they have now. I feel like that game against Purdue really woke them up and really, when you win a tough game like that, that always gives you some more confidence. and I just really like this Houston team. But Tennessee, man, is not a team to deal. Is not a team to mess around with at all. You know, like I would not be too surprised if Tennessee ends up winning this game. This is going to be a great one though. In the final game, we have the Elite Eight. We have Auburn, Michigan State, another 1-2 matchup down in the South region. Auburn survived against Michigan, and Michigan State with a comeback on Ole Miss. This is going to be another amazing game, 1-2 matchup. Bruce Pearl, Tom Izzo, two amazing teams that have been amazing all season. Like this is going to be another great one. You know, another 1-2 matchup. Auburn, Todd Pettiford really went nuts in that game against Michigan and took the game over to win this one. The guard play on both these teams, you know, you have two freshman guards that popped off. You have Todd Pettiford on Auburn. Jace Richardson on Michigan State really stepped up and had a really good game to help Michigan State come back in that one. So you have two veteran guards, or two freshman guards, I'm sorry, that got really hot. You have, you know, a lot of seniors and graduates on this team. Two teams with a lot of size and length and defense. Really, it's going to come down to Michigan State. Yeah, we'll start with Michigan State. Michigan State, every game so far this tournament, Michigan State has had a rough start to a first half. Then they start, once the last 2 minutes come around, they start to chip into the lead, and then they take off in the second half. I don't know how for sure I can confidently say they can win a game doing that again against Auburn. Like, Auburn has the offense, and this is a different type of team you've been facing all year. I mean, in this tournament. You know, against Bryant and against Ole Miss and against New Mexico. Yeah, they got away with it. Auburn is a different monster. Auburn is the number one overall seed for a reason. This is a great team. You have Janai Broome, you have Tapad Pettiford, Denver Jones. You know, you have spacing, you have shooting, you have great defense. Like, I don't know for sure if you can really survive off that against a team like this. So they're going to have to really come out and not have a bad start where you're down 8-10 points early in the game, you know? So Michigan State's really going to have to do that. And then for Auburn, I feel like they're really going to have to use they're a better shooting team than Michigan State. Michigan State, one of their gripes been all year has been they don't really have like a consistent of shooting and offense stuff like that. Auburn's gonna really have to use that as advantage. Like Denver Jones gonna need to knock down a shots. That Pettiford is gonna have to have another good game, knocking down shots. If they get like, you know, Chad Baker Mazzara and Miles Kelly to knock down a couple shots here and there. Like I just don't feel like Michigan State could keep up with that kind of offensive firepower that Auburn has. So, you know, they have that. But Michigan State, I mean, their defense is tough. You know, and hopefully if you can get, you know, Auburn to not have a great shooting day, those guards aren't able to get off and hit big shots, and they're gonna have to really rely on, you know, like getting to the low post and stuff. I think that can maybe work out for Michigan State's favor. I think this is gonna be a battle, a big battle. I think this probably might be the best game of the Elite Eight. I feel like this is gonna be an amazing one. And you know what? I feel like Auburn probably has the better offensive capabilities than Michigan State and all that stuff. But I don't want to be the one to go against Tom Izzo in March, man. We've already seen it throughout this tournament. Tom Izzo in March is a different monster. And coaching is really going to have to be a big part when it comes down to this point. And I trust Tom Izzo a lot, man. He might be the coach I trust the most, you know, in this tournament so far remaining. You know what? I'm going Michigan State, man. I can't go. I probably is going to be all ones in the Final Four, but I'm gonna go Michigan State, man. I don't know. I just get a feeling Michigan State can do it. I believe in Tom Izzo. I trust in Tom Izzo. I think Michigan State could really try to throw Auburn off their game. I think they're gonna come out, you know, on it. I don't think they're gonna come out struggling. I think they're gonna come out on it. I think they're gonna get a lot of people stepping up in this one because they know how big it is to beat Auburn, go to the Final Four, playing against the number one overall seed. Like Tom Izzo's gonna have these guys ready, and I just believe that Michigan State can throw Auburn off their game, you know, lock down some of their guards that they have and their shot making that they have. And Michigan State's going to get some big performances from their players, and they're going to come out and win this game, man. I don't know. But I just hope we get a battle, and I think we're going to get an amazing battle for these two teams. But yeah, it's going to be it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed. Once again, if you do like the content around here, consider subscribing, liking, turn on notifications, doing all stuff like that. I'd really appreciate it a whole lot. Once again, we're on the road to 1,000 subscribers. So all the support around the channel, we very much appreciated. And yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow.